Hello there, Gemini. I'm Michele B, and I've got a tarot reading for you. Messages from your higher self, your guides, your guardian angels, from the universe, from God, whatever it is that you connect with. These are messages for you to stay in alignment with the purpose that you set out to be in when you came into your physical body. The better alignment that you can have with that, the easier life is, right? Just to let you know, I am an energy reader and healer, and that's how I tune into these messages. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and look at what to embrace, what to leave behind, and any special messages from your guides. And we're going to finish off with an affirmation. So it looks like we have the Two of Cups, the Lovers. These two are so connected. And then we have the World, and we have another two, and that is the Two of Pentacles. Now, these messages are definitely centered around this world message. Things are changing, cycles are coming to an end. And so what we want to embrace is the fact that what happened before is in the past, and it's done, and it's closed. We put a lid on it. And instead, we're setting it aside and we're moving on to something new. The world represents a cycle that has come to completion. Meanwhile, as that old cycle completes, a new cycle is coming up. The Lovers always represents a choice. Essentially, I feel like it's more of a fork in the road than it is necessarily about relationships. What's reminding me about relationships is this Two of Cups being here. And also the Two of Pentacles is all about choices too. So a choice is being presented to you, and you're being asked, what is it that you really want? Now, you could be given a choice that's all about like all the superficial things that you would be drawn to. There's the superficial choice, but then there's this ultimate satisfaction, ultimate happiness that's also there, and it's quieter, it's more subtle, but it's really meaningful to you. So I'm getting an example that's coming up, it's percolating up in my unconscious mind, and I'm seeing this story where there's this like a chick and a really hot guy, and she's like, wow, oh my God, he's so hot, and he's like pretending he's really interested in her, but he's like really superficial. Meanwhile, she's got this best friend, this guy best friend that she knows that she loves, but she's like, really attracted to the hot guy too. So it's kind of like that choice between what's really best for you and what might make you feel excited on a superficial level. So you're being asked to embrace that perhaps what's best for you may not seem like it's the most exciting thing right now, but in the long run, if you gravitate toward that, you can see better returns, not only financially, abundance wise, but for your health, your emotional well-being, and your feeling of spiritual connection. And it doesn't have to be just relationships, but I am being reminded of relationships. Look at this. What to leave behind, what you're letting go of in order to make space for what you need to embrace. We got more twos. We got the High Priestess, which is a number 2 in the major arcana. And we also have the Two of Swords. This is about feeling like, I don't know what I want to do. Look at this lady. She's like, should I do this or should I do that? And the moon and this dark sea behind her is saying her emotions and her sense of fear is making her think that she has, there's options that there really aren't. It's like the answer is obvious if you take off your blindfold. See how she's got a blindfold on? If you take off your blindfold, the answer is obvious, and there's no going back and forth about it. It's very clear. So, excuse my itchy nose. I really feel that the message that's coming in for what is going to make your life so much easier, Gemini, is releasing your attachment to the fear of what you're going to be missing out on if you make a decision. Right now you're missing out on everything because you're waffling back and forth. Your higher self, which is this High Priestess, this is your connection to the universe. Your higher self knows the answer. So if you quiet the fear, you will get the answer. Get rid of all that thinking, all that fearful thinking about what it is that you might be missing out on. The two of Wands being here, this is like the world is, that's another two, right? The world is at your beck and call, right? And all you have to do is just go forward on one option. Instead of thinking, I could do this or I could do that. I have all these choices. You don't. You can only think one thought at a time. You can't think multiple things at a time. So there is only one choice. There is only one way to go. So make space for that one way and get rid of all the nonsense. This Ace of Swords, I feel like there's something about grudges, something about admitting to yourself that you were wrong. And I feel that a lot of this chitter chattering that's going on in your thoughts and making decisions has to do with being afraid to be wrong. And it's not necessarily that you have to go around telling other people that you were wrong or apologizing or anything like that. It's more like just admit to yourself that you don't know everything all the time. Just because you insisted that you knew what you were doing before doesn't mean that you can't change your mind now. Okay? You can change your mind, but stick with it. Whatever it is that you decide, stick with it. And it's also, what I am getting for some of you also might be that you don't want to be perceived as being someone that's changes their minds, but you're split in the position that you're at right now. And so even if it is a different route than you let on to other people that you were going to take, it's still important that you go forward with that. Okay, so finally we have our last pieces of information from your guides from the universe. We have the Wheel of Fortune standing out to us, and then we have another Two of Cups. I really feel a strong, I feel a strong pull toward relationship situations. This is like the feminine and masculine working together, and I feel that whichever side that you're on, identifying as feminine or masculine, it's a matter of letting down your guard to let in the alternative. There's satisfaction. There's so much happiness coming in when you finally release your attachment to being the person that was right about everything, to being a person that worries about what they're missing out on. There's so much happiness that's going to come pouring in, Gemini, and this is so wonderful. So much heat. I get a high sexual connection coming in from this Two of Cups connection, right? You release the fear, release the worry about being wrong, and there's just so much balance and passionate charge. But what about that Wheel of Fortune? That Wheel of Fortune is saying something, whenever this comes up, it's like you are being guided. You're being guided to let go of control of a situation so that your guides can work in your favor. See, let me just show you in this image. The winds are being blown by higher forces, and they're pushing you in the direction of the purpose that you set out to do. And it's a matter of letting your ego release attachment. And you just have to tell your ego, yeah, we're just gonna have to let go of this and ignore it and not think about it for a little while. Instead, just focus on the things that make you happy, which might be in connection with somebody special. It might be in connection with your true path, whatever that is, even if it's not glamorous, even if other people think that it's ridiculous, whatever it is that you know you need to be doing, but you've been afraid to admit it, get in connection with that. And I feel like the guides and the universe are coming in to spin you in a direction that you never would have thought possible and to bring you a lot of satisfaction. Our final affirmation here: I trust that exploring my passions will reveal my purpose. Yep. I really feel an alignment with that Wheel of Fortune. Explore what it is that makes you feel really good, whether that be in connection with another person or whether that be like getting into the things that you really enjoy, and this purpose will come pouring in. So if you love this video, my loves, my dear Gemini, make sure and subscribe or give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to work with me for energy healing or for a private reading, make sure and email me. My contact information is in the description box below. And with that, I bid you adieu. And I'll see you next time, Gemini. Take care.